Just be out with us.
To Nihn Bihn. Today we are taking a tour to three major attractions of Nihn Bihn. We are actually staying in the town, not the actual town, a little bit away. We are staying at Tam Kok, and we did the first impressions of it and a walking tour. If you want to see what it looks like, we will leave links in the description below. So if you're new to our channel, I'm Irina.
And I'm Devon.
And we are
Just be out.
We create informative travel videos to help you get the most out of your vacation. Just be out with us. Our first stop on this tour is the pagoda. All the tickets on this tour are included, and the pagoda is so huge. It is 84 hectares. And in order to see more in it, you have to get on this cart or a tuk-tuk. And we only have an hour and a half here. So our guide told us that the faster we go, the more we'll be able to see. There are two pagodas in this area. The entire area is 84 hectares, but the old pagoda is 1,000 years old, and we're starting our tour from a new pagoda, and it is only 20 years old. Binh is the biggest pagoda in Southeast Asia. It is 150 meters tall. But we're not going to have time to go all the way to the top because we don't have much time on this tour. Bai means crane and Ding means the top, and this pagoda is located on the top of the mountain, hence the name. People can come and pray at the top of the mountain. There are several pagodas here on this territory or the temple, so the places to pray, but this is the main one. And in the centerpiece, you can see the biggest statue of Buddha in Vietnam. It weighs 100 tons, it is 10 meters tall, and to bring it to the top of the mountain, it wasn't possible. So what they did is they brought all the raw materials and they made the statue right in here. There are two golden statues on either side of the Buddha. They are Buddha's students. This one in particular is very special because he is holding in his hands 3 books. Each book represents past, present, and the future. He knows and remembers everything about the past. He knows everything about the present, and he can predict the future. He is the knowledge. He is very powerful. And on both sides, there are 2 rows of 4 statues. They are really big, dark in color, and there are 4 on one side and 4 on the other side. And each statue is holding a weapon. They are bodyguards of the Buddha. They're here to protect him, but the weapons that they're holding, they're not for fighting. They're just to show how powerful they are and to deter any enemies. We just learned that it is very common in the Buddhist temples to see a turtle and a bird. In this temple, there are 2 birds standing on top of a turtle, and it symbolizes harmony between the sky and the land, but also it comes with a legend, and it is super sweet. So one story tells that there was not too much rain and the turtle needed some water to drink. But the turtle is very slow, so the crane has a lotus flower in his beak. So he went to get water and brought it for the turtle. And another legend states that there was a lot of water in the area and the crane could not land to build his nest, and all of a sudden a turtle pops out of the water and allows the crane to stand on its back and relax, and that symbolizes the friendship of the bird and the crane. It's really nice. fascinating. You would think religion in one country is the same, but it actually, even though it's still Buddhism, they still have slightly different beliefs. In the north of Vietnam, they believe that anybody can become Buddha. So there are many Buddhas. Monks can eventually become Buddhas. But in the south of Vietnam, they believe only in one Buddha, the king, the first original Buddha. And the original Buddha was actually a king who was really kind to his people, and he saw his people suffering. And he went to this tree, and for 39 days, it's believed that he was not eating anything and drinking anything, and was just thinking to find a way on how to stop the suffering. And eventually he figured it out, and he went through China and through Vietnam to spread the word, spread his findings, and teach people about the Buddhism. And eventually people started following him, and that is how the religion got spread, the Buddhism. And so the people in the South Vietnam, they believe that only the first original, the king, can be the Buddha. But in the northern Vietnam, anybody can be a Buddha.
The grounds here seems to be very well manicured. It is very peaceful here. Everything is clean, it's calm, it's peaceful, it's tranquil. It's really nice. And also, we noticed the tour guides also from other groups. They're very knowledgeable, and you hear them on their speakers telling different stories and giving different instructions on different things here to see, and they seem very knowledgeable. If you notice these Buddhas behind me, their knees are kind of discolored. It's darker than the rest of the statue. Well, of course, that's because when all the locals come to pray, they will come by and they would touch the knee of every single Buddha as they pass to get to the temple to pray, and it gives them good luck and happiness.
Now we are heading up to the tower to see the bell. It is considered to be the holy bell, and they only ring it once a year or to a very special occasion. It is huge, and a human cannot even ring it. They ring it by a special mechanism. The bell is made out of copper, and it weighs 37 tons. And it's also newly built together with the new pagoda about 20 years ago. And now we are heading for lunch, and it is also included with our tour. Nihn Bihn tours are mostly popular for a day trip from Hanoi. That's why in all the brochures, even online on TripAdvisor, you will see departing from Hanoi and returning back to Hanoi. And even though we are staying in Nihn Bihn, all the booking offices that we went to, on their brochures, it's also say departing to Hanoi to go back. What they do there in Nihn Bihn, they just tour booking offices that they are resellers, and they will put you on a tour that comes from Hanoi. So they put us in a taxi to transfer us to this comfortable bus, and most people on this bus are from Hanoi and they're going back to Hanoi. We just arrived to the lunch place. It's a buffet. The food is included, but the drinks are not.
So this area here is kind of madness. There are different tour groups here, and you basically find a seat, grab a plate, and get online.
We only have half an hour here in this buffet. The options will be very simple, but they taste decent. Our ticket is included with the tour, but if you come to Trang An by yourself, the ticket for the boat ride is $10 per person.
Okay, we just made it back, and just in time too, because about 5 minutes out, we saw lightning and we heard some thunder, and I was worried about getting drenched, but we were back in time. We got back here. All in all, it was actually a pretty relaxing boat ride, I would say. Personally, we were talking about it. It was a tad bit too long for us just because after a while of being in the same position, your knees are kind of cramped and your backside falls asleep. And
That was a 2 hour boat ride.
yeah,
Good thing we did not have to pedal. The lady was pedaling the entire time,
right.
but we would have been totally okay with just an hour.
Yes. It is 5:08 in the afternoon. We just got back from our day tour. The last portion of the tour was a wash. Literally, yes, it was a downpour, thunder, lightning. About some people that was on the tour bus with us, they went except for about 4 people, but they all went. I don't know what they saw when they went to the top because you have to climb 500 stairs to the top. And the purpose of it, I thought, was once you get on the top, you get to see the views. But it was downpouring. The skies were dark gray. So we decided to just stay at the little shelter they had there. Had a little restaurant. We had coffee and just some beverages and just kind of waited it out. And it was about maybe 45 minutes wait before everyone came back down. And by the time they came back down, our taxi was waiting for us to bring us back. Now let's talk about whether or not this day tour is actually worth it. So just a quick recap on our personal thoughts, our personal experience. The tour cost us
45 US dollars because we took it from Nihn Bihn. If you are taking it from Hanoi, it could cost you anywhere from $40 to $80. All tour operators are different depending on the type of the bus and the type of deal you can get.
Yes, on our bus there were about 17 people total. Some of them, I think most of them were coming from Hanoi. So now, even though we left in a taxi, it's because we're coming from here, but most people that are on the bus still, they're going back to Hanoi, which means they're going to be traveling 2 hours on the bus back to Hanoi.
As we were booking the tour, the stops looked really pretty. The pagoda on the pictures that they were advertising looked absolutely amazing. But we didn't even get to go to the pagoda.
Yes, now what she means by that is that, well, we went to where the pagoda is located, but we weren't even able to come close to it. But luckily it's really big so you could see it from a distance. But it was a little disappointing to us because we thought we were actually going to get very close to it, if not actually go in it and go to the top. But as soon as we got on the bus driver basically made the statement that because the facility is just so massive, there's just not enough time for us to do that. But that's what we thought we were going to get. That's what the reseller made it seem. I mean, he didn't say specifically we were going to go close to it, but not go up to it. But then he never said that we were not going to go to it neither. So it felt like a little misadvertisement. We were able to go to a temple, a Buddha, and we saw the Buddha statue, which was cool. And we got some stories along the way. But that part of it was kind of disappointing because I really wanted to go to the pagoda.
The entire time the tour felt super rushed. Our guide did not give us a break. He was walking really fast.
Yeah,
and anytime we needed to stop to use the restroom or buy a drink, he was, okay, go. He was really pushing us to go really fast.
Yes. And now let's talk about our second stop.
It was really nice, but it was in the middle of the day and it was
Scorching hot.
It would have been nice to go early in the morning for that stop and enjoy the views. But overall, it was really nice, but it was a little bit too long. I think an hour would have been just enough on that boat ride.
Right. And if you are taking this day tour, we do have a tip for you. Well, when you do get on this boat ride that's 2 hour long, the bus operators, the tour operators will make sure you use the restroom before you go because it's 2 hours. And they do have a stop on the path along the river where you can request for the person rowing the boat to stop if you really needed to use the bathroom, and then they'll make a stop along the way for you. But for the most part, they don't want you to stop. They just want you to take the 2 hours, complete. But what we do suggest, and a tip is make sure you bring a bottle of water with you, because you're going to get thirsty on that, especially if it's scorching hot. On the boat, they do provide you with an umbrella. Each boat comes with an umbrella. You have to wear a life jacket, and you have to wear the life jacket. It's not optional, whether you think you could swim or not. So when you have that life jacket on, plus it's beaming hot, it makes you so thirsty and dehydrated that you wish you just had a sip of water. It felt a little bit cramped on the boat. We were in the second seat, so they really want 4 to 5 people on the boat because we're a tour and we come with a lot of people, so they try to get everyone on. Being on the boat for 2 hours, I felt a little cramped. I mean, I'm a little taller, so I didn't have much leg room to stretch my leg out. Sitting on that boat for 2 hours, my butt fell asleep, and I found myself trying to shift position to get a little comfortable. So there's a little bit of discomfort along the way.
And we were really coming to Nihn Bihn because of the last stop, the Moor Cave area. That mountain, it's called Dancing Mountain because back in the days when there was a war between Mongolia and Vietnam, when Mongolia invaded Vietnam, the king temporarily moved its capital to Nihn Bihn area. And when we were winning the war, winning some of the battles, they made a dancing party around that area. That's why the mountain is called the Dancing Mountain. And on top of that mountain, you can see a little temple. And anywhere you go in Vietnam, that mountain is highly advertised for visiting Nihn Bihn, and that is really why we were going there. But unfortunately, we did not get to go there, but we did see mountain goats.
Yeah.
For us, overall, it worked out because we are heading south of Vietnam towards the central area. So for us, it was a nice stopover and just a little bit of activities.
If you've done this day tour and you had an amazing time and you want to share your experiences, definitely let us know. Did you go up to the pagoda? Because we didn't. Let us know in the comments.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click like and share it with the person you would like to visit Vietnam with.
Or if you have any other questions about maybe what we experienced and you're planning on coming here and taking the day trip, make sure you reach out to us on Instagram at JustBeOut, and we'll be sure to answer any further questions that you have.
Next, we are taking a 15-hour bus ride to Hoi An, which is located in the center of Vietnam.
And be sure to subscribe because we're going to show you what that bus ride is like. 15 hours.
Come on, so much for watching, and as usual,
Just be out with us.